Hello and welcome to today's video. This is just a short 20-25 minute session just to really wake up the body. You can do it any time of day and just a nice all over stretch for some of my favorite moves. So come to the mat and take a moment just to get settled. As ever, we will just do a little bit of breath work just to get us into the right headspace as well as physically. So finding your comfortable seat, Sukhasana, whether it's on the block, on the mat, on a cushion. Feeling your sitting bones settling down onto your block or your mat. Reaching the energy up through the spine. Taking any moves that you need to take to get comfy as you go up the spine, through the neck. Breathing out tall through the crown of the head and gently releasing those shoulders down away from the ears. Hands to the lap wherever they fall. And just turning your focus to your breath. So moving straight to Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in and out through the nose. We're going to lengthen those inhales and particularly those exhales. So gently placing one hand to the tummy, one hand to the heart center. And we're just going to take 3 final breaths together here. So make them nice and long. Inhaling. And release. Big inhale. And release. One last time, big inhale through the nose. And gently release slowly through the nose. Feel the chest drop down, feel the belly button pull back to the spine, pushing out every last drop of air before we release. Gently dropping those hands away from the chest and the belly, gently blinking open those eyes. Taking a little reset if you need to, getting comfy, and then we're going to gently wake up that spine. So left fingertips down towards the mat. We're going to inhale the right arm up towards the ceiling, gently exhale, reach over to the side. So chest facing forward, shoulders stacked, keeping that right sitting bone down on the floor. Reaching over. And then we release, inhale, reach as tall as we can up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're lucky to be outside. Exhaling over to the other side, reaching across to the right. Okay, and keeping that left sitting bone on the block or the mat. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale again over to the left hand side, reaching over, keep that right sitting bone on the mat. Feel the stretch to the right side of the body. And again, release, inhale, reaching tall. Exhale over to the other side. And feel free to have a play here each time you come to the side. Maybe you're finding a little more depth. Maybe you feel a niggle. So just working with what you have today. And then we're inhaling, reaching tall. And then we're twisting. So opposite hand to opposite leg, left hand all the way out behind you. Use it as a kickstand, or you can take your hand all the way around your hip, whichever you feel. Sit up tall on that inhale. And then we gently exhale, twist, looking towards the back of the mat. Try and pull open that left shoulder with your arm as you go. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, try and deepen that twist a little bit more. Inhale, long. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale long. Exhale, twist. And then we gently unwind, come back to the center, take a little shimmy over to the other side. Right hand out behind you or all the way around to the opposite hip, sitting up tall on the inhale. And then we gently exhale, twist, look towards the back of that mat, pulling open that right shoulder as we go. Inhaling, lengthening that spine. Exhale, deepen that twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more time. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, deepen. And gently release, come back around to the front, have another little shimmy out. So just one more direction to wake up that spine, hands down by the side of our legs. Gently inhale, reaching up overhead, clasp the hands, push them away. You guessed it, exhale, rounding down, chin towards chest, scooping out the belly, hands down towards the mat. Inhale, pushing the arms forwards and up, reaching tall. And as we exhale, you can take a little back bend if that's nice, floating the arms down to the mat. And again, inhale up. Clasping those hands, pushing them away. Exhale, round down, chin just scooping out that belly. Seated version of cat-cow here. Inhale, pushing the hands way towards me and up towards the ceiling. And then we gently exhale, taking a little arch the back if that feels nice. Those hands come down. One more time. Inhale, reach. Clasp those hands, push them away. Exhale, round down, chin to chest, scooping out the belly. Inhale, push the arms forwards and up. Exhaling, taking that little back bend, arms come back down. Okay, so taking a little shimmy out that back, taking those legs out long in front of you. Just releasing out the legs, the feet, the ankles. Giving those thighs a little bit of a rub if that feels nice. And then from here, we're just going to do a little seated cat-cow, a slightly different variation, just keeping the legs out long. Some of you will already have been there anyway. You may want to just come off a block if you'd been sitting on one. Going to sit up nice and tall as if you were doing Dandasana, so really feel the stretch at the back of the thighs, that nice straight spinal alignment. And then we're gently just exhaling, reaching the arms forward, maybe clasping the hands, pushing the knuckles away and gently rounding down, so chin to chest, allowing the belly to scoop out the back to round, flexing those feet so you can really push hands and feet away as if you're in tabletop, pushing everything away. And then we're gently inhaling, coming out. Release the hands, draw them up the thighs towards the hips. Taking that little back bend. If you want to, you can always bend those knees just to get a bit of more of an arch, might feel more satisfying. And then we're exhaling, rounding down, pushing the legs long. Flex the feet, pushing the arms away for cat. Inhale, come up, knees up, hands down the legs. Squeeze the shoulder blades, look up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, rounding down, pushing everything away, extending those feet away from you. And then one more time, we inhale, come through into cow. And then gently relax. Coming back into neutral Dandasana. So just taking a moment just to realign ourselves, keeping those feet flexed, feeling the energy through the legs, pushing our sitting bones down into the mat as we then lift our weight up towards the ceiling. Hands relaxed wherever they fall, dropping those shoulders away from the ears. And then gently relax, shake out those legs, bring those heels up towards you, clasping those hands around the knees, and just having a little play, just see how tight you can get yourself squidged up here in a little ball. Gently dropping the forehead down towards the knees, they don't have to touch. You may be here, hands under the thighs, that's fine, just taking a little round down. So just squishing up as small as you can. Keep those feet flexed and toes off the floor wherever you are. And then we're inhaling, just sitting up nice and tall. So if you've got your legs crushed close, you may want to just release the knees out a little and take the hands apart. Sitting up tall, or maybe you're here just sitting up tall. And then again, we're exhaling, rounding down. Keeping those toes flexed off the floor. And then we inhale, draw ourselves up nice and tall. Again, wherever you are in this, dropping those shoulders down away from the ears. And again, exhale, round down. Inhale, come up tall. Just easing into that nice straight back. Gently engaging the belly button. And relax into neutral. Okay, shake out those legs if you want to. And just bringing the soles of the feet together. Bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. So again, just getting those sitting bones on the mat here. Sitting up nice and tall. No requirement to have the heels really close to the hips. Just finding a fairly open, relaxed space so that we can let go of our hands. Sorry, our hands even can let go of our legs. It'd be easy, wouldn't it? Sitting up tall. Just sending the hands out wide in front of the knees. And breathe. So just notice what's happening in the hips here. How does that feel? Just a couple more breaths here. Okay, Okay, gently releasing, bringing those knees back together, sending those legs out long, and then we're going to come over into tabletop position. So taking any wiggles that you need to take on the way, getting comfy, okay? Spreading those fingers as wide as we can, making sure we have our shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, gently tucking those toes. Are we ready? We're gently lifting those knees off the mat just to hover for a moment or 3. And then we push those hips high, downward dog. So take a little step back if you need to. Walking out those legs, pedaling the legs. So spending a little time here just to feel the stretch, hopefully at the back of the legs, particularly as we're working towards getting the heels down towards the mat, even if they don't touch, just feel the stretch. And then from here we're going to look forward, making our way forward, feet towards hands, coming up onto tiptoes, walking our way forwards, forward fold, relaxed forward fold. Arms crossed, opposite hand to opposite elbow, head hangs heavy, arms hang heavy. Feel free to bring a little bit of movement in, swaying from side to side. Gently release those fingertips down towards the mat, and then we're gently inhaling. So feel those muscles engage as we come up, be very aware of them, squeezing the glutes, tucking the tailbone under, engaging the core coming up, stacking those vertebrae, and we inhale those shoulders up and round and down. Inhale the arms up as we go. And then again, gently exhale, forward fold. Maybe you bend the knees, hands to knees, just gently coming down. Just seeing if we can get a little bit lower each time we come into forward fold. And then again, preparing to release, we inhale, come up a little bit faster, but still with control, with intent. Feel those vertebrae stacking as we reach the top, shoulders come up and round and back and down, and we inhale, take the arms up. And again, exhale, gently forward fold. Feel those sitting bones pushing up towards the ceiling, stretching out those hamstrings. Just allow the head and arms to relax. Feel the hinging from the hip bone. And then again we release, coming up with control. Feel everything stacking up. And as we get to the top, shoulders, inhale up and round and down. Exhale, inhale, take those arms tall. And this time try and lift the heels as we go. And then gently exhale those hands back down. And again, inhale, reach those arms up, come up onto tiptoe. Exhale, gently bring those hands back down. One more time, inhale, reach tall, up onto tiptoes. Exhale, coming down, forward fold, this time all the way down. Fingers to the mat. And then from here we're going to bend those knees, plant those hands flat to the floor, stepping back into plank. So we're really pushing your weight through the hands, gently opening up the shoulder blades here, pulling the belly button back to the spine. Maybe pushing the weight back through the heels, you'll find your own plank. From here, dropping those knees, lowering all the way down, chest comes first. And tuck the toes, inhale up into cobra. Exhale back down. Tuck those toes, pushing up onto the knees. And then push back into down dog. So take the feet a little distance apart here in down dog. We're still pushing long with those hands. We're gently inhaling, lifting the heels. Pushing the hips up, but still keeping the head down between the arms. Exhale, take those heels down. Or towards the mat, they don't have to touch. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, come back down. And again, inhale, push those hips high, keep the back straight. Exhale, heels down. And again, inhale, lift those heels, keeping the hips high, shoulders down. Exhale, down. And this time we're going to look towards our hands and gently drop our knees. We're just going to sit back, take a little child's pose. Heels come back towards, hips come back towards the heels. Arms are wherever you would like them to be. Nice and relaxed here. Forehead to the mat. Maybe just massaging out that third eye on the mat if that feels comfortable. From there, gently drawing the hands down towards the knees, gently pushing ourselves up, nice flat back to seated, rolling over to one side, and then we're gently coming down onto our backs. So scooching forward onto the mat, getting hold of our knees and just allowing ourselves to roll down. So with a little bit of control if we can. We don't want to flop back too quickly. Hugging those knees into the chest, releasing the tailbone. So maybe you want to just lift up that lower back just to release the tailbone out. And gently hugging those knees into the chest. Just making sure we have a nice long neck here. We're not kind of hunched up, so shoulders relaxed. Neck nice and long on the mat. So nice and easy does it. Have a little play here with just flexing and pointing those feet. Maybe you flex and point each one alternately, or maybe both at the same time. Let's try flip-flopping those feet, one on top of the other. A bit of foot dexterity. Okay. So gently releasing those feet down to the mat. Keep the feet on the mat, take the arms out long behind you, interlacing those fingers, and take a big stretch, maybe lifting the toes, maybe arching that back actively. So feel the back pushing up, the hips pushing down, stretching towards whatever's behind you, the short edge of the mat. Gently bring those arms back down, replace the toes, and then actively push the toe at the belly button in, lifting the tailbone. And again, pushing it up, belly button up, take those arms up and out behind you, big stretch. And exhale, bring the arms back, pushing the belly button to the spine, lifting the tailbone. And then lift the hips, gently reset, back on the mat, taking those legs out long, flexing those feet and pushing those legs away from you, big stretch, the bottom half of the body. Flexing the feet, really pushing the heels away from you and relax. Gently bringing those knees back up, resetting that back if we need to. Gently just windscreen wiping those knees from side to side. Gently bringing those knees to stillness. And then from here, gently lifting the legs up, just popping those hands behind the legs. And we're just gently going to rock ourselves up to seated, however many times it takes you to get there. Gently coming up to Sukhasana. And well done. Thank you for sharing a little practice with me today. I hope that helps you warm up the body to face the day ahead.